What up, world? It's your boy Robert from TCG Funkytown coming at you with another booster break. I'm pretty excited about this one. I guess it's my first time opening one of these boxes. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Yeah, this is my first time opening up one of these. Pretty excited about it. Jumpstart. I'm actually going to use my sharp scissors this time. And there it goes. There it goes. How's everybody doing today? Hope y'all have a pretty good week going so far. It's the end of the week for me. And we're getting into it. I like how they put these in here. Mix and match for maximum mayhem. Jumpstart's pretty interesting. I've enjoyed opening up my little daily boosters on these. Go ahead and get these boys set up right up here. Keep them in the camera angle though. Right there. All right. So there really isn't a whole lot of. So originally, what I was wanting to do was I was wanting to do some lore and get some lore set up on these, but they don't have any lore really associated with very many of the cards. So with that being said, I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of knowledge that I know from some of these cards, talk about some of the popular chase cards, and also give you a little bit of knowledge that I have from some of these. So let's get it. Knight of the Dire Hunt, rare. Let me make sure I'm good on the camera angle. Push these back just a little bit. So that way we can kind of see some of the cards in the background as well. So this card set is pretty interesting in the fact that each individual pack has its own little theme. So as we saw from that first one, it was the predatory theme. Actually, I didn't even do that right. So we'll just do we'll do it a little different. And then each land also has a little specialty land for each individual one. Actually, let me... break these up a little bit. I'll just put the rares and mythics together. So some of the popular chase cards from this set is the Allosaurus Shepherd. That is the most valuable card from this set, and it's coming in at a pretty costly penny. And the Allosaurus Shepherd counter is pretty gross. So it has a mechanic on it that states that it cannot be countered itself. We've got a nice little mythic. Rise of the Dark Realms on them boys. Okay. Mythic number 1. Okay. And so it says that this card cannot be countered, but then also it says green spells cannot be countered. So it's pretty nasty, and nothing scarier than a green player being able to do whatever they want whenever they get big, green, and stompy. And then they also have the ability to come in doing extra shenanigans and ETB triggers. And yeah, it's pretty gross. The swamp is nice. And then these are just basic lands in the back. The Allosaurus Shepherd is a pretty high threat card. You definitely want to get rid of that boy as soon as you can, because it'll come in and start doing shenanigans. The green spells not being able to be countered is pretty disgusto. Yeah. Oh, I might be able to give me something from this. Gonti? I actually need a Gonti. Nice. Lord of Luxury. Got a Thieves Guild Enforcer as well. Mausoleum Turnkey. I actually need a Una's Blackguard as well. Nice. A couple of things in here that I need. So the Shepherd is, once again, I said it's a high threat card, should be eliminated quickly. Also, from what I've seen, according to EDH Rec, which is the site that I use for some of my information. Still trying to get rid of this cough. It'll be gone one day, hopefully. Let's see. It's been seeing a lot more play in competitive, which is kind of nice. And if it's not dealt with quickly, it can result in catastrophe. And I'm not talking about the card. I'm talking about some face pummeling. But yeah, also one of the cards that it pairs really well with is the Crater Hoof Behemoth, which is the next card that I'm going to talk about. It's nice. Got a little bit of scry action on him, boys. So the Crater Hoof Behemoth it originated in the Modern Masters 2017 set. It's been a reprint, but it got its reprint in Jumpstart. Allosaurus Shepherd was an original to Jumpstart, so that one got some love from this set. I've definitely been seeing a lot of play in Commander since the release of Jumpstart. And the cast cost of it is pretty big, coming in at a whopping 8 mana, I believe. Nice Kira the Glass Shaper. But it plays really well with cards like Chord of Calling, which allows you to tutor it in and use creatures on the battlefield as a resource, which is really nice because I believe it's 8 mana, coming in at 8 mana, and you can cheese it in for if you got 2 or 3 creatures out on the battlefield, you can only have to pay 3, which is kind of nice. A lot of elf decks run low to the ground creatures, also known as mana dorks, that pretty much have the sole purpose of tapping for mana. This one is Feathered Friends. We got some birdies in this boy. Archon of Justice. Oh, we got 2 rares in that one. Archon of Redemption. Yeah, moving through these boys quite quickly because we got more. Not really used to doing draft booster boxes or packs more than 12 because I've kind of gotten spoiled to oh, no luck. Invigorating Surge. Exquisite Blood is the next card that I'm going to talk about. It's an enchantment that was released in Avacyn Restored, and it's seen love in several different sets, and it's been in Secret Lair drops, Jumpstart, and it also has a slot in the list. Many combos that can be pulled off with Exquisite Blood. I like that one. It's pretty nice. Nice little forest. Many combos that allow you to go infinite, which is one of the deals. You gain life, and you can do shenanigans with the life gain. Most common one is Sanguine Bond. Whenever you see an Exquisite Blood, expect to see a Sanguine Bond pretty shortly. So you can prepare to either counter that boy or prepare for a loss, because that's essentially what happens with that. I'm also I think I might post pictures in the video so that way people kind of understand the cards that I'm talking about. Aetherflux Reservoir, it's a nice win condition. You get whenever you have 50 life gained, well, not 50 life gained, but whenever you gain a life, you can put a counter on the Aetherflux Reservoir, and whenever you get 50 life gained through that, you can do 50 damage to an opponent. So essentially a win con. Marauding Blight Priest, Viscopa Guild Mage, Cliffhaven Vampire, Defiant Lord, and Epicure of Blood all have similar effects to Sanguine Bond. So those are all essentially win cons. So if you want to create a deck revolving around that type of archetype, it's been proven to do well. Ristic Study is the next card that I'm going to talk about. It's a pretty popular card. It's been printed in many sets. Commander Arsenal, Jumpstart, Legendary Cubes, Prophecy, Mystery Boosters. It's also a Secret Lair drop, and it also has a few promo versions as well. I didn't write the promo versions down. Exclusion Mage. It's a nice little draw engine if you have it. That and Mystic Remora are pretty common card draw themes with blue. I used to run them in my Nekisar deck, but the thing that I discovered was whenever it came to my Nekisar deck that I wasn't really having issues with card draw because I have a lot of wheels in my deck. So as long as I'm running wheels, then I got fresh cards in my hand, preventing people from having a game plan. Nice little Macias. That's only mythic number 2, I think. Yep, sure is. That's a nice little hit though. Nice little hit on them boys. Fetch a penny. But yeah, Heuristic Study, I decided to actually cut that boy in my Nekisar deck. So one of the things that I think I'm going to do as one of my off-cycle videos is I'm going to do a deck tech on my Nekisar deck, so that way I can kind of show you guys what I'm working with and how it operates. And nice, it's another mythic. I've lost count now. Also still working on trying to get into my swing so that way I can be a little bit more lively and more entertaining. One of the things that I've really started focusing on is having kind of a game plan on what I want to do conversation wise, so that way I'm not just sitting over here going because ain't nobody trying to hear that. I watched my not this last video, but the one before it, and yeah, that boy was stop counting at 37 as I had to quit counting. So that's one thing I'm definitely trying to work on. Swift response. Get a kick in the face, boy. Yeah, this set's been pretty cool so far. Got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 packs left, it looks like. Yeah, Heuristic Study. It's good. It really depends on if you need card draw or not. If you have a deck that runs creatures. Okay, so I'm working on a rogue deck right now. And some of the shenanigans on my rogues deck is whenever you deal combat damage, Legion. Whenever you deal combat damage with one of your rogues, then you get to draw a card. So for something like that in my deck, Heuristic Study, while it would be nice early game, once I get a board state situated, then it's really kind of pointless. And like I said, really depending on what type of deck type you have or what kind of theme you have, that'll really determine if those are going to be beneficial for you or not. So I actually cut it in mine. It was a little bit underwhelming. It wasn't performing as good as, well, it just wasn't really essential, really. Laughless, Dragon Queen, nice little rare. Gadrak, Crown Scourge. So that's what I found. It wasn't really as beneficial for me. So I had to get the axe on that boy. Mountains. Phyrexian Tower is one of the more valuable cards in this set as well. I actually need one. It's a sacrifice outlet that can net you some mana once per turn, unless you have something that allows you to untap it and continue to use it over and over each turn. I'm not running anything like that, so once a turn should be efficient enough for me. Unless I feel like it's not running as smoothly as I feel it should, then I'll have to switch and make changes. So each sacrifice you do with the Phyrexian Tower nets you 2 black mana, or you can just tap it for 1 colorless. It allows combos such as, just a second, got another, that's the same mythic that I got from earlier. Oh well, I have to check the value on it and see what it is. So it looks like there's only like 2 or 3 different versions for each one. So like for the reanimated set, there's like 3 or 4 different pack sets that are pre-sorted in there, and I'm guessing that is one of the main things in there is the mythic. So hopefully it is a nice mythic. I haven't checked the price on that one. I didn't see it up in the top 10, so it looks like got some minions. So it allows for combos such as this. So you can cast a turn 1 Blood Crypt or Underground Sea. Turn 2, cast out your Phyrexian Tower. No, turn 1. Yeah, Blood Crypt, Underground Sea. Then you can cast a Stitcher Supplier, I believe it is. I had it wrote down, but I put it to the side, and I'll have to put it into the video what it was, because I actually forgot what it was. But I believe it was a Stitcher Supplier. Then turn 2, you play a Phyrexian Tower, sack the Supplier, then you tap a red and black mana, casting out Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger, and it goes into the graveyard. Then you play another 1-drop. It can be anything, just a little weak creature. Then turn 3, you can play a mountain, sack the 1-drop, tap your mana, and then cast out Croxa for his escape cost. And in turn 3, you got a 6/6 beater out there, crushing people's faces. I'm working on once again, I said I'm working on a rogues deck that's definitely going to have a Phyrexian Tower in there for a little sack outlet. There's a lot of lightning in here. I think there's only like 1 or 2 cards in here that don't have lightning in the name, minus the Thriving Bluff, which is the land. Got about 5 packs left. Moving through these boys pretty quickly. This video is about as long as I wanted it to be. There's one more person that I want to talk about in this video, and it's interesting because there's another mythic. I'm gonna have to count how many mythics there are. I think I'm gonna do a mythic count. Selvala, Heart of the Wilds. Yeah, I'll do that mythic count and get it in there. Then actually, I'm gonna do it here in just a minute. So the last person that I want to talk about is Bruvac the Grandiloquent. Now, there's actually a little bit of lore tied to this one, not very much, but I guess some is better than none. Spellcasting, Charmbreaker Devils. Oh, 2 rares on that one. Oh, my bad, guys. Dualcaster Mage. So Bruvac the Grandiloquent, he is actually a judge in the Azorius Senate, and apparently he has gained a comprehensive knowledge in Ravnican law and bureaucracy. And the speculation is that he has actually used that to his advantage and has weaponized it. I gotta do a little bit more research and see what they're talking about whenever they say that. But that's what some of the lore says about him. Oh, Ginger Brute, nice. Down to the last 2 packs on them boys. But yeah, that was the information and the knowledge that I wanted to share with you guys, and a little bit of the deck analyses, I guess you would say, that I've done on that one. As I do more of these videos, I'm going to get more and more nice little cultivate, more and more consistent with my information sharing, and also get a little bit better with not messing up so much whenever I'm talking. Down to the last pack. Yeah, this has been a pretty fun opening so far. I got quite a few mythics. I'm going to do a count on them boys here in just a second. See what we got going on. Devilish. Hell Rider, Sin Prodder, like I said, trying to move through the commons and uncommons a little bit quicker because we got more packs that we have to do. I want to try to keep the videos less than 20 minutes long, because one thing that I've noticed is that people stop tuning in after about 7 to 12 minutes. So I want to try to keep the conversation going, keep it active, and keep people engaged. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 27 rares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mythics. So 32 rares and mythics total. Hope you guys have a funky day.